welcome to this lesson on the remainder theorem. So if you're following along in your book, I'm on page 390. Now, the remainder theorem is just this. I'm going to give you some value of x. And we're going to use this to figure out the remainder of a polynomial. So what it is basically the shortcut of synthetic division. So if I was going to do synthetic division, I would put 2 in the box because x equals 2. A lot of you on your quizzes, when I asked you what goes in the box, you said the value of x, which was correct. Before, it would have been something like this. And you would have set x minus 2 equal to 0, so x is equal to 2. Well, that's the same thing as saying this. So what we would have done is set up our synthetic division, brought it down, and this would be your remainder. But the remainder theorem is actually a shortcut to this. So if 2 is x, I can put it in here. I can store on my calculator x equals 2, and I can type in x cubed minus 4x squared plus 5x plus 3, and what I get out is the remainder. So if you've got a calculator handy, I'm going to delete this. You can always go back and pause it and write it down if you need to. So all the remainder theorem is you're going to store the value of x in the calculator. Then you're going to type in the function, and then the output is the remainder. So how does this help you check your synthetic division? Well, let's do a long synthetic division and see how we can use it to check that. So I'm going to do x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th minus x cubed plus 3x squared minus x plus 1 divided by x minus 2. So what's going to go in the box? Well, we do x minus 2 equals 0, so x equals 2. 2 goes in the box. I've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, none. So I have all of my terms. So I just write their coefficients. I'm going to perform my synthetic division. Now, I think that this is my answer. So really, would you like to know if that is your answer or not? Well, you check it with the remainder theorem. So if you have your calculator handy, store 2 as x on your calculator. Then you're going to type in x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th minus x cubed plus 3x squared minus x plus 1. Press enter. And what did you get? You got 3. Does that match the remainder that you got there? Absolutely. So, barring some weird mistake where you would have gotten the remainder and messed something up here, this is a pretty good indication that if you check your synthetic division with the remainder theorem and you get the same remainder, then you probably got this correct. Again, just barring some odd mistake, because it would be really hard to mess up here and get the same remainder. So let you try a remainder theorem. Use the remainder theorem. To get the remainder of that one. So go ahead and pause the video. And I got the remainder is 3. So I stored -1 as my x, and I typed in 3x to the 4th minus 6x cubed minus 2x plus x minus 7. And whatever you get as your output is your remainder. Okay, so now what I want you to do is go to the quizzes and let's assess your knowledge of the remainder theorem.